A real-life Super League would be the worst thing ever. However, for Football Manager, it's a great way to dive into a make-believe world to see exactly what would happen. So we have selected PSG and Bayern Munich, two of the best teams in the world to take control of in this Super League database, with two trophies up for grabs, the Super League itself and the knockout trophy, the Champions Cup. Dad and I will battle for 5 seasons building the best teams we possibly can to be crowned the winner of the Super League rebuild. Dad, I do love a good Super League.
Yeah, I do.
We've done Super Leagues in the past, never done one on FM26. There's never been one that's been sent to me that has had a working format and done quite well. Some have been overcomplicated. I've looked at a couple which I thought, that would be interesting. It's just too complicated.
Yeah.
This is just a standard Super League. There are 40 clubs in the top tier, which is this Champions 1, as you can see, and they are 40 of the best in Europe. So this is only a European Super League, and we're taking 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 that we don't do in rebuilds because it's hard to find a level rival.
Well, I would say it's probably the 2 best teams that could be in this country, in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
In the European sort of side
Absolutely.
of it,
2 teams who actually, we started this before the Champions League quarterfinals, have done very well in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So we've also took on 2 of the best teams. So this is how we're going to score it this year. Well, this video. It's going to be the same as always in terms of points against each other. If we finish higher in the league, you get 1 point. If you beat each other, you get 1 point. If you knock each other out, you get 1 point. However, if we win the UEFA Champions 1, you get 6 points as usual. But if you win the Champions Cup, or the Champions Trophy as it is called here, which is from the 80 teams in the top 2 leagues, then it's 10 points because it's a much harder competition to win. It's straight up knockout, which could be disastrous.
We only play each other once, so there's only 1 point to play for that way.
Yeah. So my thinking is this is obviously very difficult to win. So 2 league trophies gives you 2 extra points than 1 Champions Cup.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of fair.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
All right, so this Super League. I'm PSG, you're Bayern Munich.
I had to be denied with Harry Kane.
Yeah, I had to be denied because Luis Enrique? I don't know. But if we're starting things off, we haven't made any signings going into this. We have literally just picked up, well, I have anyway, just picked up the team and gone with it. And I've set them up quite nicely in a 4-3-3. So kind of how they play anyway. I'm very excited to see what I can get out of him this first year, especially with the likes of Dembele, who goes in up front, which did surprise me. And I thought, do I need to lock in Barcola or someone like that? And I thought, no, because Desiree Doué probably deserves a place on that right-hand side anyway. So let's let it play out. I mean, the team is very good around that as well. Yeah. We've got one of the best right-backs in Hakimi, so I don't have to worry about that. So actually, to be fair, full-backs. Nuno Mendes is also phenomenal and only 23. I love Kvaratskhelia. I think he's such a great player to watch. Yeah. Midfield, Neves and Vitinha's good. Fabian might need a bit of a replacement later on. Defenders are okay, but Marquinhos may need a switch up later on. We'll see how we go, because this is a very good PSG side. And of course, we started the season quite well. We've got 3 wins from 3, but we haven't played anybody that I would say would challenge us just yet. We've got Juventus next, which would be an interesting one. But Villarreal 5-0, Newcastle 3-1 away from home, Fenerbahce 2-0. Great start.
I see your friends called you over a friend named you. You said yes and went over there.
Yeah, the Dirty Rats made sure we've done them and crushed their
dreams.
Yeah, their confidence going into the start of the season. That's what I was looking for. Now, your side, Dad, very good again. Haven't brought in any new players. Didn't feel like you needed to, and you're setting them up in a 4-2-3-1. Again, very similar to real life.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, Musiala, Diaz, Elise, scary front four.
They're playing so well at the moment as well. Elise on that one side and Diaz on the other side. Harry Kane's just doing what Harry Kane does, doesn't he? Just stays inside that 18-yard box and puts the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, he's having fun there, isn't he? Which is good to see. I think Vincent Kompany's got them set up really nicely. But yeah, you got a lot of players out on loan this season, which is interesting for next year.
Yeah.
Because I guess in this you do kind of need to have a big squad, because the amount of games that we will be playing is 39 in the league, but then in the cup as well.
Yeah,
those are the knockout ones.
Yeah.
So when we do simulate the season, it's down to the assistant to choose. And what we found in previous years when we did Super League, and we were like, why are they always playing bad teams? It was because of the rules stated that you had to have a certain amount of youngsters playing for the Champions Trophy. Doesn't exactly happen with this, so that's not too bad. We don't have to worry about it being the match squad must have at least 5 under 23, but it was before in the first 11, which made it really difficult.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because we were completely unaware of that rule.
We kept them wondering why.
Yeah, and wondering why they were playing youth players.
Yeah.
So it's now just in the match squad, which is fine because the amount of substitutes you can have 12 named substitutes.
Yeah.
9 can be used. So we're absolutely fine. We don't have to worry about the rules of that. But you still need big squads to even it out. So I'll leave a link for this Super League down in the comment section. There's actually somebody reached out to me on Discord who sent it to me. So I'll leave a link for it should anybody else want to give it a go. It goes down a good number of tiers, and in every tier it goes down, you get 2 leagues of 40 in the second tier, and then as you go down, it's 4 leagues of 40. Yeah. So you'll find your club quite quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it does go down.
Great fun if you start like one of the lower leagues as well and trying to build your way up, because you get the money through winning.
That's it. The money is very good on this. If you win matches, you get money. You win competitions. The further you get in the Champions Cup, you win more money. So let's find out then how season number 1 goes underway and simulate season number 1. All right, well, season number 1, PSG are lifting the Champions Cup.
Great start.
Or the Champions League. We're just going to call it the Super League. But yeah, we've won it. We're on the same points as Real Madrid, who lost less games than us. But we had a better goal difference. That's how it's done this year. You're in 3rd place, though, Dad.
Yeah, I'm knocking on the door, but still 7 points behind you, though.
Yeah. In terms of games against each other, you beat me in the one solitary game we played.
Oh, thank you. I got myself a point then.
So, I mean, the away advantage, the go in away, so home advantage in this is going to play a big part, because you can see I lost 6 games, all of them away games.
Yeah.
The travelling is still part of this, so you can see that. I mean, you lost 7. Only one of them was at home.
Yeah, against Liverpool, and they finished right behind me.
Yeah, so this is what's going to be the difference maker, the little fine margins in between winning and losing the league here. But we're already at the top. We've got ourselves a 6 point. You've got yourself a point there straight away. In terms of goals and statistics in this division, Erling Haaland is still a monster in this. But Harry Kane is right behind him with 31. Ousmane Dembele with 29. Colin Muwali's highlighted because he's technically still my player, but he's on loan at Spurs. He's got 24. And Luis Diaz also has 24 there.
But he can't bloody do it when he's at Spurs, I tell you.
Yeah.
He's only scored 2 in the league.
That's it, yeah. Not quite as good as what you hoped it would be.
No.
In terms of assists, though, Fabian, a player I didn't expect. 17 assists. He's got the most there. So Elise's up there, as is Luis Diaz and Gnabry, as you'd expect with Harry Kane up there. And I've got Desiree doing Kvaratskhelia from my wings, not doing too bad. But in the Champions Cup, the cup competition, it went to Newcastle, who defeated Hoffenheim in the final.
Didn't see that coming.
No. So this is what it's going to be sort of like the tricky scenario, because this happens a lot in the Super Leagues.
Yeah.
A team from Tier 2 has got to the final and took Newcastle. Let's face it, not exactly going to do that well in the league. Where did they finish? Sorry, quite high actually. Whereas where did we get to? Well, first round, Porto knocked me out on penalties. First round. Couldn't believe it. So in the first round yourself, Dad, you come up against Real San Sebastian, or Sociedad as we know them. 2-0 against them. Then you went into the second round, defeated FC Nantes. Third round was when you come against your demise against Tier 2 side, Crystal Palace after extra time.
Yeah, that's it.
That's where we've fought in the
It goes to show
Champions
it's
Cup.
just so easy to slip up in these cup games on here.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll look at the teams. I don't think, if I remember rightly, when I had a check at this, I don't think it was a bad team. So we've got our backup goalkeeper in there, but that's our defence. Zaire Emery covers quite a lot at right wing back. So Hakimi must have been out injured, and Zaire Emery is still unbelievable player.
Good,
We've got Seni Mayulu, who plays centre mid. Not exactly who I would be playing centre mid. Still capable of beating Porto, though, for sure. But Dembele was playing, Kvaratskhelia, Doué, couldn't get the job done. So it's got nothing to do with that, unfortunately. All right. So, squad-wise, before we take a look at the points, 29 goals from Dembele this season, who played up front. Desiree Doué got 11 and 12. 17 assists from Fabian, as we've seen. Kvaratskhelia, 11 and 11. Not amazing numbers.
I think he's let you down there.
Yeah. £200 million to spend, though.
Ooh,
so that's nice and interesting. Squad-wise for you, Dad, 32 goals from Harry Kane. 24 and 16 for Luis Diaz.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 13 assists in 9 doesn't look so good, though, when you put
No,
Diaz,
especially when Gnabry got got 8 and 12.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Harry Kane thinking 32 goals, 35 appearances.
The biggest shock, I think, is Jamal Musiala.
Yeah.
Who only played 7 games.
Yeah, something's not right
started.
there.
So did he have a serious injury? So it looks like he's scheduled to come back to complete rehabilitation. I wonder whether he was out for a long time. Let's see. So let's have a look at his injury history. Oh, yeah. Calf strain was out for 5 weeks, but a fractured ankle put him out for 6 months. So he missed
right at the beginning of the season.
Quite a lot
Yeah.
of the season there.
Well, that's the way it goes, isn't it? That's why you got to have a big squad.
Absolutely. And you've been given £156 million. So still a good budget
Yes.
going into Season 2. But let's have a look at the points. Season 1 points are Mega Luke with 6, Dad with 1. My first key signing is Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. He cost me $130 million, but with how good he is and how versatile, I think it's worth it.
My key signing is Vardio from Manchester City, a young left-sided defender who also can fill in at left-back if needs be for $97 million.
Right, Dad, you got a few other signings who has joined the club. Manuel Neuer left, by the way, so
Yes.
he's retired. So you've brought in Philip Jorgensen.
Yeah, never good goalkeeper, I felt, really. So he'll fight it out for the first position, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got Nubel and I think Erbig there,
Yeah.
who's all quite young, good goalkeepers. Coyote at
Yeah,
right wing
big-
back.
He's one of my favourite young sort of youngsters playing at right back, so I've got him in. He can help me out in this position. So I feel like my defence is going to be a little bit stronger this season now.
And then a squad player in Bernal, £10 million. He's made 2 appearances off the bench. I don't think he'd feature at all, but
It's one of those things. I've just had to sort of strengthen my defence up, especially defensive midfielder. I'm changing the formation a little bit, so I needed another player in there because it's a long season.
yeah, I mean, you lost as well Goretzka on a free transfer. He never
Yeah.
wants to sign a deal, so he's gone to Inter Milan and obviously leaves a bit of a hole
Yeah,
in
it
there.
does a big hole,
31-year-old,
really.
good
Yeah.
defensive midfielder. So you have switched things around. You got Coyote and Jorgensen being locked into this
Yep.
season.
I wanted to sort of make sure they do play, especially Coyote. I wanted to sort of give him his first season. He usually once he's got his first season under his belt, there'll be no replacing him, I feel.
Yeah, so you've got Kane, Diaz, Musiala and Lise still keeping their positions. Pavlovic and Kimmich seem to suit this defensive midfield
definitely,
spot.
yeah. It's
So
going to make me very hard to beat now. I mean, going forward, we know we're going to score the goals. So I just feel that my defence is a little bit stronger now.
all right, well, start off the season. You've lost a couple of games, including
Yeah.
1-0 against me already.
Looking at that, I've had a really bad start now. Draw
Yeah.
and 2 losses. So I'm not happy with that. So, yeah.
You've beaten Marseille 4-1. You've beaten PSV 3-0.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, yeah, you've had a rough start. So, outside of Julian Alvarez, I have signed more players as well and spent quite a bit of money. I mean, the players that have gone out, £22 million for Kang In Lee, Kolo Muani, £22 million as well. So, good amount of money coming in. And I signed Nico Williams. 2 players going out from those winger positions. I've signed 1 to come in. Plays naturally on both wings, which is great because I'm using both. I think it would be a nice little fit for us. Quite cheap, really. I
Yeah.
think considering the rest of
He's a
the
good player.
money in this database, the players balloon in
Yeah.
valuation. So it's good to get somebody who's less than £100 million, £82 million. He's still coming off the bench, but he's scored so far. Julian Alvarez has got 5 goals in 5 games already, so that's exciting. So we're keeping what we were playing last year. We're dropping with Alvarez in this attack, in this channel forward role. So Dembele will more likely go to the right-hand side. So Doué, who can also play centre midfield, can sort of just like potter around both of these positions. I think I'm kind of happy with the rest of the lineup, really. As you can see, Dembele takes that position even with Alvarez not being locked in. So it's kind of, I want to... With that, if you're looking at sort of like, it will do this. So it will do Dembele there, and Zaire Emery coming off Julian Alvarez. That's how I want it to be, which is the reason why I've locked Alvarez in. And Doué, when I have Alvarez locked in, does tend to find himself playing centre midfield, which I'm already kind of happy with. That's a position that we can focus on next year, I think. So we know I've already won 1 game, but the rest of the season, I have dropped points against Marseille, annoyingly.
Yes.
Yeah, a team that you've beat. Defeated Feyenoord 6-0, defeated Juve 2-0, of course, yourself, and Aston Villa. In a game which Julian Alvarez got the 2 winners very
the 90
late
minutes,
on.
yeah.
So that was good. But I need to get past the first round this year, the Champions Cup, or
yeah.
I'm going to lose my marbles. So let's find out what happens in Season 2. Well, Dan, we have basically just swapped positions.
Yes.
Because last
After
year...
an awful start for the season, only lost 3 games all season.
Yeah, we had a Real Madrid sandwich last year, but this time we flipped it upside down, and you've won the league for yourself this year. 96 points, lost 3 games. Only one of them, of course, was to me. We've seen that at the start of the season. We only played each other once. I lost 7 in the end, so bad year, really, for me. Real Madrid being one of them, because you finished 14 points above me there.
Yeah, I mean, the goal difference just says a lot for me, really. We knew I was good at going forward, so...
Only conceded 27 goals.
And with defence work, then?
Yeah, definitely
Pleased
did.
with that.
Let's have a look then, goals-wise. Harry Kane scored the most. He got 32 goals in 37 games. Erling Haaland got 28. Julian Alvarez, 27. So my new signing is up there. But Elise, the supporting pack, as we always call it, 19 goals. Luis Diaz, 15 goals. So they are chipping in as well. Whereas my supporting pack, 13. Dembele all the way down there. Not as much in there. KvaratSkelia, only 8. Yeah, that's my trouble. Not enough goals. The Champions Cup, though, goes to Real Madrid. They beat Leipzig in the final. Now, we got through the first rounds. You can see there, we're both through the third round there. So first, second round, we've done all right. The fourth round is when I was eliminated. In fact, both of us.
Yeah. By
Real Madrid and Liverpool.
I mean, Real Madrid went on and won it, so you can't be sort of disappointed about that.
But when you look at the clubs that are still in the competition after, I mean, Strasbourg was there, Wolfsburg, Sunderland, you're like, oh, come on. When Wolfsburg are getting to the semi-final and taking Leipzig to penalties, you're like, Jesus. The final 3-1 Real Madrid Leipzig. So
it's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, not a lot of points for me this year, but you've picked up. In fact, we basically swapped points.
Yeah, we did. Same as what last season.
We swapped points.
Yeah.
So Julian Alvarez, 35 goals, 17 assists there. Dembele, 13 and 11. Desiree Doué got 13 assists, which is great. Hakimi got 12. It's the supporting pack. KvaratSkelia, less than double figures in both, is worrying for me.
We bumped him up right at the start as well, saying how good he was.
Struggling.
Yeah.
£235 million. Maybe we'll replace him. Don't know. But let's have a look, Dad, at your Bayern Munich side. We have got Harry Kane probably at the top with 34. 19 and 15 for Elise. 16 for Musiala. That's better for him. He's back playing. He's
good season.
Even star ratings bumped up as well because he's first team football again. Diaz, 16 and 16.
Very good, yeah.
Coyote.
Well, there we go.
That's a great signing.
Yeah, I mean, he still only played 36 games, so he missed a couple of games.
Yeah.
So, but, 14 assists, 8 goals as well, which is... He doesn't normally come in with a lot of goals. He's more the assist person, isn't he? So
very good from right back.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that.
I would be buzzing with that too.
Yeah.
Okay, transfer budget, 109 million. Good wage budget.
Yeah.
Not as much as what I've got, though. Let's have a look at the points. Season 2 points are Mega Luke with 1, Dad with 6, which means we are both on 7 points going into Season 3. I signed William Saliba this summer, and he is my key signing as a man who manages to improve my defence for 121 million.
My key signing was Frank Evans, my favourite striker from Inter Milan, for 99 million.
I had Frank Evans, or as everybody else knows him, Francesco Pio Esposito, as your key signing, £99 million, joined by Mickey van der Ven. You had to get a Spurs player in there somehow, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, we know how good he is.
Yeah.
So, I'm pleased of getting that signing.
And then
he
Carlos
might be just a squad player for me. But,
well, because you signed Gvardio last year.
Yes, I did, yeah. But I'm just looking at it thinking, well, he covers both sides of the left side. If I get injuries there, this guy just jumps right in there. So it's a good signing, I feel.
And then Carlos Baleba as the third signing, that defensive midfielder. You got Kimmich, who's quite old.
Yeah.
It was quite a smart move to make more a destroyer player who can pass the ball as well, like Baleba.
Yeah. I think it's just another good signing for that sort of position. I mean, I've won the league last season, so I've done something right, but I might just tinker with the strike force, and I've got a good replacement for Harry Kane if he gets injured, which I really, really needed. But see how it goes this season, but I just might tinker a little bit. Now I've got really 2 world-class strikers. Yeah. But I'm going to stick with just the one for a minute.
All right, so the 4-2-3-1 sticks around this year. The start of the season, we haven't played each other. Dortmund 0-0 draw. Napoli 1-1. Lazio 1-1. Struggling slightly, are we? After winning the league?
Struggling to score goals, well, looks it.
Yeah. 5-1 against Forest and 3-0 against Villa.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm looking at it and thinking, should I have gone 2 up front now? I mean, I know my defence is good and I haven't conceded very many goals. So, that looks like I'm struggling to score goals, but I'll be honest with you, really. So, yeah, it's not a great start, but it's a better start than I had last season, and I won the league last season.
Yeah. Now, my key signing of Saliba. There aren't many defenders you can go in and sort of overtake the defenders I already had, but he is one of them. I also spent £99 million on Kamara, who is definitely going to be just a bench option, which is weird to say that. But again, it's really hard to find midfielders who are better, who will come to you, by the way, because there's some which, like, the club won't sell them to you, or they're just not for sale at all.
Yeah, I approached a couple of Real Madrid players, and Real Madrid wouldn't sell them to me.
Yeah, I looked at Declan Rice, and Arsenal wouldn't sell him, and I was like, fair enough. So Kamara from Aston Villa was an option that would join me, and for £99 million, I got that deal done. And I also got Bruno Fernandes in.
Well, there you go. I got Frank Evans, you got Bruno.
Yeah, so I mean, for £40 million, that's a steal.
It's a good price.
20 natural
you know
fitness,
what you're going to get out
stamina.
of him, and he's fit as well. So
good for the next 3 years. Easy. £40 million.
Plays in the free positions if you really need him as well.
That's it. So I mean, I don't like him in the 6. We've all seen, but he's way better.
If you get injuries, he'll be there, won't you?
Yeah. So we are still playing a 4-3-3. We got a league win in that first season. I think we were unlucky last year. I'm willing to give it another go. We've still got Alvarez locked in up front. If we pick the best 11, it still puts Dembele there. Don't understand why. Makes zero sense, but there we go. My starting games, we have lost a game against AC Milan 2-0 away from home, but other than that, I'm not that worried about it.
No.
Porto 4-0, Fenerbahce 4-0, Roma 1-0. They did have 10 men as well, but we were already 1-0 up. And then Fulham 3-1 against them. So it wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think we should be all right. We should be fine this season. The season preview, actually, we haven't looked at this yet. It puts me as the favourite and you 5th favourite. And you're looking at the Media Dream 11, Saliba's the only one who goes in there.
Yeah.
How I'm favourite when I didn't technically have a player in there at the start of the season, and you've got 2 of them.
Yeah, and
go.
One of them's not even a starting 11 for me.
Well, no, Kimmich is in the starting 11. He's defensive midfield.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but
just not right back.
They've got him playing as right back.
Yeah.
So,
but he is a world-class right back as well, to be fair to him. But yeah, so I found that was quite funny, really. But yeah, we started the season okay. Bergamo is the only team, or Atalanta is the only team who's done better than us, drawing 1 game. And I don't really anticipate Atalanta being there at the end of the season.
No, 100%.
If they did, I'll eat this hat that's on my head. Season number 3 then. Let's see what happens. Well, Atalanta went from 1st to 27th in a relegation scrap.
Yeah, They went down.
However, I mean, Juve went. This is what I like about this. Big clubs like Juve going down, which means there's players available you could pick off if you really wanted to.
Definitely, yeah.
But if you got to scroll up, I missed out on the title by 2 points. You've dropped down to 8th.
I was not going to keep my job, I think.
12 draws.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
You're also not scoring as many this season.
No, that's a bit worrying.
Yeah.
Because I didn't change the strike force, so that is really worrying for me.
Well, there we go. I've scored the most goals this year, but I've conceded quite a bit, 43. I also think I might switch up tactic. I know you was talking about going 2 up front. I think I might change. If I can find a player to fit in that number 10 role, I might switch around because I've got Bruno then who can do both. And like a 4-2-3-1 might go in my favour and score more goals. But there we go. So I lost 6 games in total. Didn't lose to Bayern Munich. I get a point for finishing above you. I also get a point for beating you.
Yeah, that's bad news.
So there's 2 points there for me straight away. The player statistics then for this season, we're looking at goals. Julian Alvarez, 28, only behind Victor Osimhen, who's playing for Leipzig.
Yes.
So some big transfers have happened. Bukayo Saka scored 26 as well. Endrick at Real Madrid, 23, and there's Harry Kane.
Endrick is the player that I try to get off Real Madrid. Yeah. Not interested.
Nope. Oh, that's a shame. But there we go. So
yeah, Harry Kane's still there. Still, not
still
only
banging
23
in the goals.
but he's still banging them in. Yeah.
Yeah. 34 now. He's not 36. He's 34. Remember, the column that we're looking at for age is there because when you're looking at the goals, you want to know how old they are before you want to know how many goals they scored. It's just logical.
It is, yeah. I think it is.
Yeah. I don't get the people that complain about it.
Don't you?
No, it makes no sense to me while you complain about that.
I've heard a few that sort of go into rants about it as well. I mean,
yeah,
it's silly, really, isn't it?
Stupid.
Yeah.
You click on the goals page, you look across, you go, right, position, fine. Player, yep, cool. What team do they play for? Yeah. Nation, that's important. That is important. You want to know what nation it is before
how many goals he scored.
Yeah. But what's more important than nation?
How old is he?
How old is he before you know how many goals they scored, which is highlighted very nicely, which means they do change things on this page. Good to know.
If they're going to change it, why don't they just Change the column. Come on.
Just switch around the bloody columns and put appearances before goals. It makes zero sense having the age there.
I'd even put it in before the nations. Really.
Yeah,
Come
what's
on.
the nations there for?
I mean, I'm not interested.
It literally doesn't matter. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, right. Anyway, Champions Cup. Somehow Benfica have won it. Somehow Rayo Vallecano from the tier 2 has got into the final. It was a 2-1 win. It was probably the most underwhelming. I mean, in this universe, somebody goes, I love the Champions Trophy. The final is between Rayo Vallecano and Benfica, though. It's not really a night to watch.
No.
There we go. Maybe it was exciting football. We don't really know. But let's find out where we got to in this. So the first round, did we get through the first round? Were we even playing in it? You lost to Hamburg.
First round,
In
come
the first
on.
round,
I've had
tier
a
2.
real stinker of a season, haven't I?
Yeah, that is a bad year. I am also shocked you kept your job, to be honest.
I'm surprised I didn't get sacked.
Fulham, I beat them in the first round. Second round, I beat Como in the second round. Penalties, though. It was a close one. Third round, then. I scraped through the third round as well. I got through Bournemouth. All right, we're cooking now. We're in the fourth round. We're finding our form. We beat Fiorentina. Lovely stuff.
Doing well.
Quarter-final stage, Benfica in extra time. Who, by the way, also in the second tier.
Yeah.
So that final was between 2 tier 2 sides. At that point as well, there is only 2 tier 1 sides, and both of them were eliminated.
Yeah.
The semi-final was between all 4 clubs were tier 2 sides.
That goes to show you can have a bit of fun with this.
You can.
This the competition, really.
Bit of luck, you can get to the semi-final, and the money in this.
The money in this, it just quadruples, doesn't it? When you get to the final,
it gets very good money as you go through all these rounds. I can't remember how to find it, but it is there somewhere. Interesting stuff. Benfica, congratulations to them. We didn't get very far. Yeah, European Cup broke the curse.
Broke the curse.
All it took was a European Super League to be created. Julian Alvarez, 29 goals, 17 assists. I'm writing a bit of a wrong because when I did the Atletico Madrid one, everybody was like, how can you not get Julian Alvarez scoring? He's so good on this game. There we go.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy now. Everybody can get off my back in the comments section. Bruno Fernandes, 14. Great signing. Kvaratskhelia didn't play as many games. Looks like he's picked up a bad injury as well.
Yeah.
11 goals, 8 assists. That's right. Dewey wasn't too bad. Hakimi, good assist again, as is Nuno Mendes. Budget-wise, it can be 261 million with a very good wage.
That's about 300 million then.
Probably, yeah. Probably more than that too. Yeah. 350 maybe. Squad-wise for you, Dad. Harry Kane, is he still your top scorer? 23. And then no other players. Double figures.
There we go.
Jamal Musiala.
That's why I've had a bad season.
Only played 21 games. Looks like he picked up another injury.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be a bit of a problem for you going forward. He missed another 4 months.
Yeah, not too good.
Stress fracture on the foot and then a partially torn hamstring. He's picking up injury after injury here.
Not doing me no favours, is it? But
no.
I think it's screaming at going 2 up front now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not scoring enough goals, so I've got to do it.
Okay, well, £136 million.
Yeah.
Good budget, good wage as well. What I'm curious about is what the board think of you right now. Are they like, whoa, after doing quite well last year?
Yeah.
Are they now thinking, right? So the board, C. I mean, it's better than what I thought it would be. Overall, the supporters are satisfied with the job you're doing.
Oh, there you go. So they like the team I've picked. They just knew the players let me down.
Yeah, I think you banked the season because of the league win.
Yeah. I did, yeah. I think I did.
I think you're very lucky with that. Yeah. Let's have a look at the points then after 3 seasons. Season 3 points are Mega Luke with 2, Dad with 0, which means the total points going into the 4th year is Luke with 9 and Dad with 7. My key signing for Season 4 is Florian Wirtz. He cost me £175 million to take him off of Liverpool's hands, but he is world class and helps my new change of system.
My key signing this season is Benjamin Sesko. I needed a top striker with a change of formation going 2 up front.
All right, Dad. Both changing systems this summer, which meant our key signings were very pivotal towards that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Sesko was actually at Strasbourg, £69 million. But we got Omar El Halali, £68 million, who's also joined, a good right back.
Yeah,
so you got Coyote and...
Yeah, I got Coyote and the
El
other player
Halali.
there. Yeah, so making the squad stronger, I feel, in defence.
Yeah. Antonio Nusa from Leipzig,
yeah,
who's a good player as well to bring in through plays on both wings.
I realised I didn't have enough depth really in this sort of, especially the 2 wings of this player's going to cover that really on both sides, so it's a good signing, I feel.
Yeah, he's a cracking player as well. And then we got Arda Güler from Real Madrid, £56 million.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him getting an injury there all the time. That player that I'm playing there, Musiala, who's getting injured all the time. So this guy is, if he gets injured, this guy will just drop into that same position. So I feel it could be like for like then in that one position.
Might even start there, to be honest. Because you kept that attacking midfielder spot, despite having two strikers. Interesting formation here.
I just didn't want to lose it. I've got two players that are so good in that one position. So I'm gambling. We're just playing one in defensive midfielder, but I'm going forward and I'm really going for it, really. He's such a good, strong sort of attacking midfielder. I've got two really good ones there. And Frankie Boy's going up with Harry. And I'm going to drop Harry into that defensive, deep line forward. We all know he is so good at, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, although you've only got one defensive midfielder, it is Joshua Kimmich.
That's right, yeah.
Who just doesn't seem to stop running.
No, so he doesn't get many injuries as well, so that's really good as well. So there's a bit of a chance, but I've got a couple of players that will drop into that position if he does get injured. I just feel my defence is all right, and so I'm going to take a gamble and go all out attack.
All right, well, start of the season then. How has it fared for you? You've only dropped 2 points. Drawing to Liverpool at Anfield, 93rd minute.
Yes.
Equaliser from Harry.
Good old Harry.
But a good start. Beating Leverkusen 5-0, Wolfsburg 1-0, Porto 3-1, and then Barcelona's the big one, 2-0.
That's the really good result. That sort of makes me feel that that's what I'm doing all right then, really, and to stick with that formation.
Yeah, right. Okay, so outside of my key signing, we have also got one other player who really could have been a key signing, to be honest, in Donnarumma.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
From Manchester City. We've picked him up, brought him back to PSG. They only signed him for £26 million. It cost me a lot more to bring him back for nearly 3 times as much, but worth it. He goes straight into my lineup.
I think it's £71 million spent well.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I haven't really sold a lot of players. I don't really feel necessarily need to. We've lost a few players on free transfers, though, like Barcola and Gonzalo Ramos. Players that maybe if we were just playing in the French league would feature a lot more, but now that we're in the Super League, they're just not going to be able to get into my team. No. So we switched things around. 4-2-3-1. We've got a shadow striker. We've got 2 attacking sided centre midfielders who drop into DMs, with Doué and Vitinha being their main roles there. João Neves, Warren Zaire-Emery, Bruno Fernandes, all options that can play in these 3 positions. So it's still Alvarez, still Kvaratskhelia, still Dembele, but Wirtz right in behind him there in that shadow striker role. Pacho Saliba at the back, happy with that. Mendes, Hakimi, Donnarumma in behind them. I'm happy with that.
Looks good.
Looks like a very strong side, and we've started the season extremely well. We've beaten Liverpool 4-1, beaten Barcelona as well 2-0. Bruno Fernandes got himself a brace, showing he can be still a key asset. Borussia Dortmund 4-0 too, so we're beating the bigger clubs.
We've only conceded 2 goals.
And only conceded 2 goals. So despite the switch up and moving a midfielder a little bit further forward, we are conceding less. So let's see if it continues. Season 4. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. Second place again.
Yes.
Real Madrid finishing top.
I've had a better season this season, so I'm pleased as that. I've scored a lot of goals, so that looks like it worked for me as well. But I lost 6 games.
Yeah.
Too many.
I only conceded 26. Weird, that, isn't it? Switch things up, push a player forward, and you concede less goals. But we scored a lot, just nowhere near as much as what yourself or Real Madrid did. And Real Madrid only lost 2 games all season. One of them was against me. The other, Brentford. Who did finish 16th, to be fair, to their credit. But I lost 4 games, lost against you in one of them. Doesn't help at all. I mean, even with that, I was still have been 3 points behind Real Madrid. I lost too many silly games. Benfica and Olympique Marseille being one of them, who seem to be 2 teams who've popped up quite a few times already. You lost 6, Dad.
Too many.
Yeah, Brentford being one of them again.
Yeah, Brentford.
All away from home.
Yeah, home's a fortress for me.
Yeah. Erling Haaland got 46 goals this season. He decided to turn up.
I tried buying him as well.
Yeah, Man City.
None of it.
Nowhere near the top, though.
No.
But Haaland still scoring stupid amounts of goals. Victor Osimhen still scoring goals at Leipzig. Then it was 2 Real Madrid players in Mbappe and Endrick. Gonzalo behind, which is an interesting one, before Pio Esposito.
Oh, there you go.
And Jamal Musiala's up there with 20.
Yeah, that's a surprise. So
surprising.
Good surprise.
Yeah. Harry Kane's down there with 18.
I'm not too worried with that because Frankie Boy's been banging them in for me as well. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened to Alvarez. Bruno Fernandes is there with 13. Alvarez with 12. I'm going to get comments about this now. I just said about how people can get off my back. I've got Julian Alvarez scoring. Now I've bet in more attacking. Julian Alvarez isn't scoring.
No.
Don't know what's happening. Florian Wirtz there with 10, so not exactly much because that's the same amount as your backup winger, Antonio Nusa. Don't know what's going wrong here then for me. Champions Cup though, won by Bayern Munich.
Come on.
Just you to get an easy final as
look,
well.
He scored as well. Look.
Esposito in the final.
Was that? How much was it? 99 million I paid for him.
Something like that. Yeah, in season 3.
Well, there we go.
Beat Spurs, the easiest team in the top tier that you could have faced. Semi-final, Rennes got there, so yeah, just goes to show how much of a.
I'd love it as the electric.
Yeah, how much of a scam this competition was this year. But yeah, you beat Roma along the way in the quarterfinals. The 4th round, Sevilla. I'm not even reaching the 4th round. What is going on?
What's going on?
Not even reaching the 3rd round. PSV in the 3rd round. 2nd round. Did I not win the 2nd round? Feyenoord for you. 1st round, you beat Fenerbahce. I lost to Como on pens. So team I knocked out season ago, I think it was, or 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Bloody typical. All right, well, can't complain too much. We had not scored enough goals. So I need to sort that out.
Screaming at you, innit?
Yeah, definitely needs something to change. Despite doing very well in the league, something still needs to change. £162 million to spend. Big amount of points goes to you, Dad, this season. That 10 points winning the Champions Cup puts you right back in the lead. 29 goals from Esposito. Musiala with 23 and 17. Elise 18 and 22 assists.
You're looking at that, and are you finished higher than me in the league? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to take that one in the big cup. So yeah, pleased with good season.
And you've got 300 million.
There you go. That's what happens when you win that big cup.
Yeah.
They stick the money in your bank.
That's right. So huge amount to win or to play with going into the final season. Let's have a look at the points. Season 4 points are Omega Luke with 1 for finishing higher and Dad with 11 in total, meaning the total points going into the final year is Omega Luke with 10 and Dad with 18. My final key signing is Buadi. I needed a world-class defensive midfielder if he was to get into my best 11, and there isn't many better than him right now, costing me £149 million.
My key signing is a goalkeeper that cost me $204 million. Joan Garcia comes in from Barcelona as my new number 1 for this final season.
You think you've seen it all?
I've got $300 million to spend, and I'm just looking at it and thinking, what can I get in that's going to improve my squad? And it was hard, I tell you. It was being hard, but I thought, well, this keeper will get into my first 11. So that's what I've done. I've gone out and got this keeper. And Miles Lewis-Skelly, he's one of these players that he should get into my 11 as well. So I think it's 2 good signings. It's cost me $360 million, but I had that money to spend.
Dad doing dad things, signing ridiculously expensive goalkeepers and Arsenal players.
I'm trying to stay away from that, but yeah, he is an Arsenal player, but he's a good Arsenal player.
Couldn't resist. Okay, so this season you're keeping the same tactic as you should.
As I should, yeah.
Yeah, did very well in the Champions Cup. Didn't do too bad in the league either. Interesting lineup. I mean, Skelly and Joan Garcia both go in.
They go in, but Sesko's in.
Yeah.
And Harry Kane's dropped out. Whether that'll go for the whole season, I'm not going to lock either of them in.
No,
so,
I wouldn't either.
No, I mean, if Sesko keeps his place, that's up to him then, and Harry will have to fight out for the substitutes place. But going forward, I'm still really, really strong. And the keeper and the left backs may be strong in defence, I feel.
Yeah. Well, let us know if you got to the Season 5 crew in the comments section. Probably quite a lot of you will be interested in trying this tactic. So patreon.com/Megaluke Gaming or on the YouTube channel members, I'll make the save file available so that you can pick it up, have an explore, and of course, take the tactic from it. But let's have a look and see how you've started this season. Obviously, you did very well last year. You started the season quite well this year. Dropped points to Liverpool again.
Liverpool do me every time, don't they?
Yeah, but, penalty in the 81st minute. But I
got a big point there, though, haven't I?
You beat me already and did pick up a point. Esposito and Elise with the goals. You beat Real Betis 4-0, Dortmund 4-0, Strasbourg 4-0.
Yep.
This is a scary start to the campaign.
This is probably my best start to the campaign.
It has been, yeah. Only conceded the 2 goals, which was against Liverpool there, and one of them was a penalty as well. All right, so I went out and I signed Buadi. I needed a good centre defence midfielder. Buadi was there and available. I also went and got Rodrigo. Now, just like you, I tried to go for certain players and they were outright refusing.
Yeah,
Vinicius Vinicius Jr., by the way, I could afford his release clause, but he was on £1.2 million a week at El Halal. So I wasn't going to get it. So I went for Rodrigo. He's not quite as good on this, but still decent. He plays on both flanks, and that's what I was kind of looking for. I was looking for a player to play here more than anything, because Kvaratskhelia just hasn't done it for me. We've kept a 4-2-3-1, but I've swapped things around, and I've gone to what I consider meta roles. You'll notice it's symmetrical. It's channel forward, attacking midfielder, inside forwards, box-to-box midfielders, ball-playing defenders, wing-backs. You could not get any more simple than that. Nope. I'm trying to just go completely meta this final year. The only way I can really win it is if I win the Champions Cup.
Yes.
Points-wise, you're too far ahead of me if I just win the league, and you've already beaten me in the league.
So that's that 1 point gone away straight away.
Yeah, so I need to win this Champions Cup. To do it, I've plugged in what I think is the most meta formation and player roles I could potentially think of. So let's try it. How has it started the season? Well, I have dropped points. I lost to Bayern Munich, of course, that we've seen, but I also drew to Arsenal. Bukayo Saka and Florian Wirtz scoring within a minute of each other. Then beat Chelsea 1-0. Then...
That's a good result.
At the Bernabeu as well.
You know they're going to be there or thereabouts.
They've been there every 4 years so far.
Yeah.
And then Manchester United 3-0 against them at home. So, you know the task that I need to do to win this. That is it. Well and truly in the driving seat going into this final year. How does it play out? Right, well, I've got job part 1 done. I have won the league, which is great. 101 points.
Won the league easily as well.
Yeah, 4 losses. We know about one of them. Drew 2 of them. Real Madrid dropped down to 5th, which is the lowest that they've been.
Yeah.
You were there with 88 points. So I was 13 points above you there, but it's still not going to be enough points at the minute.
No, you still need that cup.
Yeah.
You still need the cup. So I'm disappointed with the season, but I mean, your goal difference is better than mine.
Yeah.
Even though I scored 11 more goals than you.
Yeah. So the only way I can not lose and not win the cup is if I've knocked you out of the cup but didn't win it, because that will give me 2 points, and if I'm thinking right now,
I think it does, yeah,
I'm 2 points behind with that win.
Yeah,
so that's how close it is. Okay, attacking wise, goals, Erling Haaland got 32. Tell is up there, which is hilarious for a Spurs player. To be above Esposito and former Spurs player Harry Kane. I'm pleased again, with that. No striker for me.
I'm looking at that as well. Harry Kane scoring that many goals when you think he wasn't in my starting 11.
Yeah. Florian Wirtz had 19 goals for me.
Yeah.
And I won the league. Desiree Doui's there. Julian Alvarez only 13. Ooh. How did I win the league? So ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe defensively we were just so much better.
You conceded the least amount of goals. It showed that, didn't it? Because I scored more goals than you by 11 goals, and you still got a better goal difference.
Yeah. But did I win the cup? The Champions Cup. Did I win it? Oh, you won it. They didn't even knock you out of it.
Come on.
Beat another German side in the final. Ooh. Did at least get through the first round? 8-1 against Fulham. There we go. So I intended to do well. The second round, Como. Got my own back against them. There we go. Come up against them 3 times. What are the odds of that? 3 years in a row have faced Como in this competition.
I think you might have played them 3 times away as well.
Yeah. You beat Aston Villa, I beat Arsenal. So I definitely meant business in this competition. Beat Bournemouth, you beat Middlesbrough. Quarter-final stage, you get close. On to the semi-final here. Beat Liverpool.
Wasn't me, not Jay,
you beat Slavia. I'm going to hate this.
Come on.
No. Leverkusen beat me in the final, and you were beating AC Milan on penalties.
Only just beat them.
So close to getting to the final as well. If I beat you in that final, that would have been pandemonium. That would have been absolutely outrageous. Was it a late winner? It wasn't. No. Oh. Although I did let Liam Delap score against me.
He wasn't very good on you because I did look him up.
No. That's so disappointing. Never mind. Well, very exciting though. I do like a good Super League.
I do like this. I mean, you're governed to try and win as many games as you can because you want the better transfer fee for the following season.
Yeah.
And you get that winning that cup of card on way. I mean, what's my transfer fee for next season? It's got to be close to 300 again, winning it again, isn't it?
Yeah, probably around that. Only 181.
And I don't know. I didn't do so bad.
You got the same amount in the bank balance because you had 500 plus when they gave you the 300.
Yeah. But it's great fun though, isn't it? And, you know, building these type of teams as well is a lot of fun as well, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably do more with the Super League going forward. Maybe we'll do like a race to the Super League at some point as well. So I definitely needed to get a better goal scorer in that, or at least feed the goal scorer a little bit more. I was using a channel striker. Might maybe have been the reason why. But goals wise for you, I mean 30 for Esposito. Peter was a good signing for you in the end, wasn't it?
I mean, you will have a look on him now. Like, he's, 24 now. 3 seasons, he's done me really well.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
Yeah, especially the last 2 seasons. Very good.
Yeah. Musiala had another comeback.
Yeah.
You can just tell that he played well because of how good his star rating is when he wasn't playing.
If you can keep him fit, he's a dangerous player to have in your
excellent.
team. Yeah.
So there we go. So save file will be made available for everybody on patreon.com/OmegaLuke or the YouTube channel members should you want to pinch Dad's tactic, because clearly this was very good in knockout football. But before we go, let's have a look at the final points tally. Season 5 points then are MegaLuke with 6, Dad with 11, meaning the total points are MegaLuke with 16, Dad with 29. 13 points between us in the end. The 2 Champions Leagues, or the Champions Trophies, wins.
That's what done it for me.
Picked it off for you, yeah. I mean, we'll definitely do more. Let us know, maybe team suggestions, or we'll leave a link down in the comments of the database should you want to use it yourself. But if you're still looking for something to watch right now, we've started a Retro Glory Hunter, and I'm sure not a lot of you realise that we have started it. Here is episode 1 on screen right now. Do not miss it. The series,
it's brilliant.
Oh my god, we are so close to an epic finish. You can't miss it. Go watch it right now.